Hi, I'm Matt with API. You know, if you've been around API at all, then you would recognize this stuff. Revive. Revive is one of our signature products. And Revive has become a signature product because it does what nothing else does on the market. You know, it works like a flock, but when people think of flock, they have all these negative connotations. You know, with flock, you're supposed to lower the chlorine and raise the pH and then put the flock in and then run it for 4 hours and turn the pump off and let it settle. And then once it settles, what do you have? You have 6 to 8 inches of fluff that puffs up every time you touch it. And people hate that. That's where Revive comes in. Revive, instead of having to do all that, you literally go to the pool, turn the pump off, spray Revive over the top of the pool. It takes about 5 or 6 minutes to drain the whole bottle. 24 hours later or roundabout, you know, when it's colder, it takes a little bit longer. But once all that stuff drops out, you know what happens? Instead of that 6 to 8 inches of fluff, you have a sand or a silt. You can actually see where you vacuumed. You know, we have guys that use this on service that will write their name of the company in the bottom of the pool of all that debris, you know, so you can see the name of their company. They'll take pictures of it and send it in to us to have us put it on Facebook. It's pretty funny. But the thing about it is, though, is that Revive isn't just dropping organics like flock. Revive does drop organics like flock, except it also drops 2 parts per million of copper and iron. It drops phosphates up to 2,000 parts per billion in 24,000 gallons. You know how much that is? That's like saying 5,000 parts per billion in 10,000 gallons. So it drops metals, it drops phosphates, it drops scaling carbonates, you know, the stuff you see in front of the light at night, and it drops organics all at one shot. So it's like selling someone 5 or 6 bottles of other products without them feeling like they should have some magic lube to go with it. You know, that's the great thing about this product. Now, there's other ways you can use it too, especially on startup. If you're doing gunite pools or exposed aggregate pools and you need something to help eliminate that plaster dust and to clean the water as it comes in so it doesn't cause any startup issues, simply fill the bottom of the pool, you know, 1 inch or 2 of water, pour the Revive right in, and then as the water fills up, Revive pulls that stuff out. You can isolate the main drain and brush it right to it, or if it's vinyl or fiberglass, you can back it right up. And did you know it's also available in gallons? So we've been selling gallons for a long time. Some people use the gallons to fill up the 32 ounces. Some people put it in a backpack sprayer and use it that way. We have big commercial guys who are using the 30-gallon drums with either a Stenner feeder or a hand pump. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways to use Revive. You can use it as a maintenance dose. You can use it as a troubleshooting dose. You can use it for startup. And the thing is that if your dealers ever call you about chemical issues and you don't really know what to do, this is such a broad base troubleshooter. You know, you can use Revive to clean a whole bunch of stuff out of the pool that you may not even know that's there. You know, the other thing too is that when you're using it for pools that have stains, you know, typically when you remove a stain, you have to use a stain remover. But then when you use a sequestrant or chelator like a stain and scale or, you know, all those other kinds of metal products, those don't work if you have a sand filter because the little ions you're taking out are too small for the sand to catch. So then what you need to do is you need to use a filter enhancer. You know, so now you're using a filter enhancer, a sequestrant, and a stain remover, and it takes extra time, and you have to, you know, backwash the filter and all the other stuff with it. Wouldn't it be easier just to treat the stain and then spray it with Revive? I mean, that way you back it right to waste and you're done. Now, one other thing. If you're in an area that has a lot of cartridge filters, typically cartridge filters aren't plumbed in with a waste line. So that's okay. Because Revive is not polymer based. It doesn't cause any gunkiness. It's 100% washable with no residue. Because of that, you can actually vacuum half the pool right to the filter. Take the filter out, spray it off, put it back in, vacuum the other half, take it out, spray it off, put it back in, done. Okay? So if you don't have a way to evac waste, don't worry about it. When you pull the filter out, you can literally put your thumb over the hose and spray it off. That's how easy it is. So Revive works in any pool with water. So don't worry about whether someone's on biguanide or ozone or ionizers, Aquasil, doesn't matter. It works in any pool. All right. So if you have any kinds of issues and you need to revive the pool, if the water's just not great looking, if you're having issues with phosphates, especially multiple issues, this is really easy to sell. It's exclusive to Pool Corp. It's one of those things that once you sell it, people love it and they keep using it. And because they can't buy it at any of your competition, that makes your life easier. So get out there and sell some Revive.